Hello. So to get a granny triangle skirt, the shape always start with this. So we first have to chain. You have to chain, make a 4 chain. Alright, so there's the 4 chain. That's the starting of it. Yarn over. Bring it to the first chain. Bring it to the first chain to make your 3. To start with a full double crochet. So we're going to make 3. This 1, 2. You bring it back to the same loop. Okay, so that's 3. You chain 2, bring it back to the same loop to make another 3. 1, 2, 3. So this 3, this 1 doesn't count, so you make 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3, then you chain 1 and bring it to the same loop and make a 1 double crochet. So that's what your starting will be. Now you have to chain 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, you turn it, yarn over. This is the 1 chain that you did after the 3. So now you have a loop here, you have a hole here. Yarn over and bring it to this and start 3 double crocheting. This 1, 2, 3, chain 1. We come to this where we did a 2 chain before doing the double crocheting. So there's the top of the triangle, so you always have to come in and do the 3 double crocheting. Now you chain 2 back to the same hole and do the 3 double crochet. Now you chain 1. This was the first 3 we did, so there's a 3 and this was the chain we start with. So you come to that chain, three double crocheting, chain 1, back in the same loop and make a 1 double crochet. So that's how you get it. This is a chain with a space here, 3, 1 chain, 3, 2 chain, 3, 1 chain. You make your 3, then 1 chain and make your 1. So there's the triangle. To 10, let me do the last row. You chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 over, yarn over, put it to this space and put in a 3 crochet. Okay, then chain one. You chain one, you come in here, make a 3 crochet, you chain one, come in here, make a 3, you chain 2, come back into the same place and make 3. So anytime you get to this side, always have to put in, do the 3, chain 2, do the 3 before you chain 1 and come here. Then you chain 1 and come here and do 3. After the 3, you chain 1 and come in back to the same place to make a 1 before you chain your 4 and turn over. All right, so that's what you'll get at the end of when you finish everything. So you always have to make sure from this side to here will be your hip measurement. If your hip is, let's say if your hip is 40, you make sure when you put in a tape measure, it gives you a 40. This from here to here should give you 40. But since when you crochet and it's always stretch, you don't have to make a 40. You have to make, if your hip is 40, you can make a 32. So when you put your tape from here and stretch, it should give you the 40. Okay, so when you're done, because when you make exactly 40, your skirt is going to be either a little bit loose. You don't have to make less than 30 if you are a size 40. If not, it's going to be a little tight. So you can make it, if you're a size 40 to your hip, just make either 32 and stretch, put the tape measure to get your 40. So when you're done, the next thing you have to do is, for this, I chain 1, come back in and make my last 1 chain, double crocheting. So when you're done having your hip size, what we're going to do is something a little different. You have to chain 3, no more 4. You have to chain 3. When you chain 3, you yarn 10 over, yarn over. This time you don't put it here, you skip the side. Since you already got your hip size, you skip this side and come to this side, skip here and come here. You have to yarn over first and come here and make your double crochet. That should be the 3 double crocheting. Chain 1, back here, your 3 double crochet. Okay, all right, so you keep doing. When you get here, do your 3, chain 2, back in and do your 3. All right, so I'll meet you when you get here. All right, so when you get to this last end, there's the chain, you yarn over, bring it into the last, that's the chain here, the last row, pull it, and just a 1 double crocheting. Since we did start with a 1 double crochet, you chain your 3. Since this since I told you already that we don't chain 4 like we started. Since this after your hip, if you get your hip side, everything change. You now chain your 3. You chain 3, yarn over. This space you have to leave this side, yarn over and come into the next loop, make your double crochet, your 3 double crochet, chain 1, 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 your 3 double crochet, so whenever you get here, even though we change everything from after our hip size, this remain the same. You chain 1, bring it back in here, do your 3. After your 3, you chain your 2, 1, 2, bring it back to the same place, and do your 3 double crochet. Do your 3 double crochet. Alright, so whenever you get to the last end, you do your 3. This is the last 3 double crochet. So when you do this side, since this is 1 double crochet that we did at the end, you yarn over. This is your 1, 2, 3. You come to the here, this side. You see the chain? So at the end of your last 3, this 3 double crochet, you put it here. Let me show you where. So this is the chain. This is the last chain. You put it at the end here and do your 1 double crochet. Then you're done. Now you chain your 3, turn over. You're going to leave the space and come to this side and do the 3 double crochet. Chain 1, do your 3. So that's how you keep doing till you get the end here. When you get to the end here, you do your 3 here, yarn over. This is the chain. You locate your chain and put it here and put it at this side to make your 1 chain before you, after your 1 chain, before you crochet 3 and turn over again. So if you are a size small, this you do a repetition of it about 6. If 6 doesn't cover you as you want, you can do the 8. A medium should do 8. If it doesn't cover you, you can decide to add maybe a few more of it to it. But if a large, you have to do more than 12. A large, you can do a 16. That should cover you much. So let's do, I'm going to do just about 2 more of it, and I'll come over to the next thing to do after this style is done. This side is done. Alright, so when you do the number of rows, I did just 3 since I'm just doing a small size, just a big, I would say a toy size since it's small. So I did 3 rows. So when you're done with your rows, you just add both 2 together. I have 1, 2, 3 chain. So here we'll give you your 1, 2, 3. That's the last 1 double crochets. So 3. If you add this to that, as you add them both. I'm going to do a single crochet. So this and this, you put it here, you put it inside, pick it up and bring it sorry, I messed up. last one, you bring it back in. You're doing a 2 single crochet to close it up. Okay, and this is the third one. So when you're done with the third one, this is the last one crochet that's stand on its own. You put it both in to close it up. Alright, so when you're done closing it out, you turn your work. That's what you get. So this is set side that will cover your hips. So if you are a small, you can do a 6 rows, or you can do an 8 row. Depend how long you want to cover your hips. If you are a medium, you do an 8, or you can add a little. You can add a little more to it. If you're large, you can decide to do. I'm large, so when I'm doing for myself, I would do a 14. I like the little bit covered. So that's how you get it. All right, so now let's go from there. Since we do have this here. So you chain a 2. You can chain just a 3. Yep, a 3. You can do 3. Yarn over, and each space here you do a 2 double crochet. You do a 2 double crochet. Do a 2 here. All right. Let me do that again. Since we're starting from here, sorry, I did a mistake here. I'm just going to put it in to get it this way. Yeah, so that I can start from this side. So you're crocheting your 3. So the first one is the 1, 2, 3. Before I come here to do to start 1. So we're doing 2 in each 2. You keep doing 2 in each space. And 2 in each space. Alright, so keep doing 2 in each space, and I'll come and go over the next round with you. Alright, so when you get to the last side, you just do 1. Since we already started with the 1 in the same space, so you do 1. So everything was 2, 2. So this one plus the first one we start will make it a 2. So you just have to go in here and slip stitch. Okay, you just have to go in and slip stitch. So that we're done. Crocheting, chain a 3, and we are going to go with this side here.
Whoa.
Alright, so after slip stitching, you chain 3, yarn over. So this side we are going to do a back double crochet and a front double crochet. So you start with this first, you take it to the back side, bring it this way, and you go back. You come here, you go to the back and pick it up. Okay, let me do more. Yarn over this way. Back. Now that's how you keep doing till you get to this side. Right? I'll catch up with you when we get there. Alright, so since we got to the last double crocheting, I had my front double crochet. So you just have to slip stitch. Just have to slip stitch. Okay, so after slip stitching, you chain your 3. And now the stitch that faces you, this one faces us, so you yarn over, this face you, go here. The one that faces this one faces the back, so you go over. This one faces, it does faces you, yarn over. So this is the last row, row that we are doing. Yarn over, go to the back. Okay, so the ones at the back, you go over the back and do it. The ones at the front, you come to the front side to do it. And so there's the second row that I'm doing. So we need only 2 rows. Alright, so after you're done with the 2 rows, then we are done with the skirt. Alright, so do your second row, and I will catch up with you to let you know what to do next. Alright, so the skirt is done. That's how you get it. Okay, so you have to chain. To chain, you have to add 2 yarns together to make your chain. You add your 2 yarns together, and that's how you start with your chain to make your chain. Okay, so there's the chain. You get your needle. Since I just pick here as the front, so when you 1 2 3 1 2 3, let's start from here. Oh no, so 1 2 3 1 2 3, So if we start from here, we go this way, we just keep putting it in around. Okay, so when you tie everything, you have to cut some of the yarn. That should be the size of your choice. It shouldn't be too long and not too short. Okay, so you can add more. I'm just doing 3. That 3 should be enough. So each space here, each space will have some. So let's start with this space. And you pull it. Each space, go to the next space. So since each space will have it, it's a little bit time consuming when you get to this side. So if you have a dummy, you put it on the dummy and just be doing it. Okay, so that's how you keep doing till you get to the end here. So each space will have it. When you get to the side, there's the seam. So this space will have it, this space will have it, and that should close it. So it's a little bit time consuming, but it looks nice when you're done. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and share.